Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Harkwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. To the Israelite foreigners scattered throughout the four corners of the earth that may look like the heathen nations, and to the very few sisters that listen and learn, to you, Shalom. I'm the brother Yasharala with Great Millstone, Chicago. And this is something that happened in Chicago a few days ago, I believe probably like 4 or 5 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. All right, where you had an emotional man, more than likely raised by his mom, no father in the household, speaking as a man just off of speculation, an emotional man, all right, man acting like a female, getting into it with a loudmouth hyena, all right, and as far as the full what happened to kickstart the argument, but based off of this little short clip, it's easy to see what went wrong in this situation. So I'm gonna just play it and then grab some scriptures of how willing it's edifying.
Get your food! Who? Get in the car? Who? Nay. Get your food! Get your food! If you say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out. Oh my grandma, say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out.
Talking about what?
Say one more thing, I'm gonna knock you out.
Son to commit murder.
All right. So here it is. You got the loudmouth black bitch, female dog. All right, because that's 99% of them. Shit, especially over here in Chicago, they don't shut the fuck up. All right. So whatever they was arguing about, she just couldn't shut her mouth. And the dude was telling her, like, look, go and get your food and go about your business, But she wanted to stay there nagging, which whenever you hear a motherfucker say on my mama, especially if they say on my grandma, man, look, the motherfucker is for real. He told her, leave, to fucking get her food and leave. She didn't want to. And he got in his emotions and ended up hitting her. Now, what happened was, the female dog, her son had her gun that she, according to the story, had him go get, and he ended up shooting the man, and he ended up dying. All right. And then they got let off, the charges were dropped. All right. But, hey, this goes to show you that our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. All right. He's destroyed because he can't rule over his spirit. She's destroyed because, for one, she just couldn't control her fucking mouth, And for two, everybody who was on TikTok and talking about the situation, complaining about, why didn't the men step in? Why didn't the guys step in? Like, look. Scripture says, when you let me get this. Let me just pull that one up first. We're going to start with that scripture. This is Proverbs 26:17. It says, he that passeth by and meddleth with strife, belonging not to him. So somebody not minding their own business, getting into a situation, an altercation that ain't had nothing to do with them. All right, but you're meddling with it. You make yourself involved. This says, is like one that taketh a dog by the ears. And what happens when you grab a dog by the ears? The dog will bite you. All right, so you had a whole bunch of emotional men, emotional simps, and a whole bunch of loudmouth, hat-wearing harlots. Let me say that right. Hair hat wearing harlots. All right, talking about, why didn't the man step in? Why didn't the man? Look, In cases in situations like that, it's best to leave that shit alone. If it ain't like your mama and your daddy told you, if your dad was in your life, mind your own damn business. All right, so whenever you see situations like this, don't try to be Captain Save a Ho or the peacemaker in these situations, because you getting involved, you might be the one that get bit. All right, whether that be you get shot or the outcome flips it and then it gets taken out on you. All right, let's grab some more scriptures. All right, this is Matthew 10:16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. And we could use this example as a learning lesson. Don't be this goofball, emotional ass, goofy for the men, and for you women, don't be a loudmouth fucking hat wearing harlot. you know, be and there was people, there was men saying, I wouldn't defend her. Maybe she was acting like a lady, and she was, not being loud and yelling and shit, and something happened, maybe, a man would step in and defend the situation, but she was out of order. That's why, certain men that were commenting were like, look, her ass was acting like a whole fucking dude. Had her masculine energy and shit, So they were like, shit, if you act like a woman, like a lady, then maybe, a man would have stepped in, but she was acting like a whole dude going back and forth, but we could learn off of this situation. All right. So we got to be wise out here as a serpent, harmless as a dove. All right. Wise when you see a situation like this, remove yourself from it. Harmless as a dove. Hey, look, we ain't out here trying to fight, or none of that. All right, that's not our role. And ultimately what happened was judgment. It was the Lord's will. All right. This is Proverbs 7:11. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abideth not in the house. Now this is going into other doctrines, we're not supposed to, listen to these other doctrines, but on another level, you women too, you're loud and stubborn and you abide not in your house. All right. As a woman, you're supposed to be in the crib. All right. And I'm pretty sure, I'll say 100% sure there ain't no man in the household. All right. If he is, she got about 3 boyfriends. All right. You guys know the scenarios. All right. But hey, these women are loud. Man, look, I be driving and you can hear, especially the black woman. And this goes for you other tribes too, you Latino and Native American bitches too. All right, we ain't gonna call you women. We're gonna call you bitches, because if that's how you act, that's what you're gonna get called. All right, you female dogs. All right, and if the shoe fits, take it off. All right, and if it doesn't, this doesn't pertain to you. All right, because you do have some sisters that are sincerely following Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, and that are in order to the best of their ability. We do have those women. But for these female dogs, look, man, I'll be in the car, windows rolled up. You could hear these loudmouth freaking women. Oh, I take that back. Loudmouth dogs on the phone barking from down the street. Loud as hell. The whole conversation, a whole block down the street. They be in the car with their windows rolled up, yelling, hand gestures, neck stretched out. So, hey, it's a vexation having a woman acting all masculine and being, especially one that's in your face, And we can't let that get on our nerves. We can't let that that get your spirit off of your square. This is Proverbs 9:13. A foolish woman is clamorous, loud as hell. She is simple and knoweth nothing. Because, hey, look, this situation could have gone way south. Now, what if he would have had a gun on him? We don't know what. See, these people are. What's that movie called? Unhinged. Hey, look at these people are unhinged, man. You honk the horn and you getting shot at, especially here in Chicago. All right. Now, for you to feel so comfortable to run your mouth nonstop, the man was telling you clearly, according to what the guy in the video that got killed said, get your food and go. So she didn't really have no business being there at that point on. He in the video, if you listen closely, he says, ma'am, get your food and go. But she was there to make a point and wanted to run her mouth and wanted to be heard and wanted to yappy the yap and this and that. All right. Situations like this could get you killed. All right. And you got to learn how to control that mouth. The tongue is a small member, but it can get you in a lot of trouble. All right. I'm 100% sure he said, get your food and go.
Get your food. Who? Get in the car. Get your food. Who? Get in the car.
So she was there. Look, the dude handing the food right there. Look at the dude. He's trying to hand her look at right there. Buddy right here with the mask on was trying to hand her food so she can get the fuck on, but she wanted to be there and continue to get on this man's nerve. Look at the face. Look at her face. She wanted to start some shit. Look at that. Hold on. Let's do the slow-mo. Boom. Buddy, like, here's your food. But no, she wanted to make a point, though. Let me hear that. Play that back.
Get your food. Who? Get in the car. Who? Nay. Get your food. Get your food. If you say one more thing.
See, he told her 3 times, get your food. But since the hyena wants to be heard down the street, and this dude being emotional, can't control his feelings, ended up getting his life took, and it could have gone worse. She could have got unalived too if Buddy would have had a gun on him. This is Chicago. All right, so I'm not saying that he's innocent, because he did knock her the fuck out, which she deserved to get fucking knocked the fuck out. Shit. But hey, having that carry and conceal make you think you invincible. She told her son to go get the blick. So she felt invincible. And guess what? A lot of people over here in Chicago got that conceal and carry. So guess what? They gonna act a fool. They gonna get on your nerves. They gonna push your buttons to give them a reason to use it. And claim self-defense. So we got to use wisdom. All right, we got to use wisdom in these situations. Shit, I wasn't there and I wanted to slap the bitch. But that's when you got to be able to rule over your spirit. All right, this is this guy, this goofy. Proverbs 25:28. He that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. So your ass is, if you can't control your own spirit, you're like a city with no defense. All right. Vulnerable. You let anything get to you. And that's the problem with you so-called, y'all ain't really even fucking men. Y'all just grown boys. All right. Because a real man wouldn't get in his emotions like that. Put yourself in the scenario. What would you have done? I just would have let her yap their mouth and just ignore her. All right, because if you feed into the energy, all right, it's that you just gonna give them more fuel. All right, you ignore the shit. Hey, resist the devil and he should flee. Just ignore these motherfuckers, man. They got demons on them. As a matter of fact, there's one in Proverbs. I think it's 21. Let me see. I think it's like 21. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, it's Proverbs 16. All right, Proverbs 16 and 32. This is what, as a man, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you ought to be in certain situations like this. Proverbs 16 and 32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh the city. So see, that dude was weak. All right, he was weak. He had no defense against ruling over his spirit. So he allowed the loudmouth hyena to get on his nerve to get him off his square. But a real man, all right, has rule over his spirit. Now that's strength, being over to control that. Because hey, out in the world, sometimes even in this truth, you can get a little hot headed and want to bust somebody upside the head and shit. I've been wanting to bust plenty of people upside the head, but these scriptures helps you stay, in line with Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And whenever I get mad and I was like, man, I want to just beat this dude's ass, which, there's nothing wrong with thinking it, like, whatever, it is. We're in the flesh, but to think upon that and be like, you know what, that ain't wise, and you start implementing that wisdom. All right, that takes strength. All right. These dudes, shoot, you look at them the wrong way, and they're ready to kill you. All right, because they have no rule over their spirit. Proverbs 18 and 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. So look, what you say can and will get your ass killed. What you say can and possibly get you, out of a jam, So you got to watch what you say, think before you speak. That's what when you was raised by your elders, they be like, hey, think before you speak, and that's what you're supposed to do. Don't just blur out any damn thing, because what you say can get you in trouble. What you say can, and as well, on the vice versa, can get you out of some jams. The best thing for him to do would have been, hey, man, go and get your food and just ignore her. That would have been the best case scenario. All right. Oh yeah, we read that. Something quick through the spirit. Hey, we could learn from old goofball over here. All right, the meme. They got the meme saying he went in for a burger and left with wings. They had a picture of him with like angels' wings. Which it was judgment from the Lord, anyways. And I wouldn't be surprised if, the family members or the ones who know this dude, whether he was in a gang or family members or whatnot, hey, I wouldn't be surprised if they put a hit on this female. All right, because judgment is out there. Look at this masculine ass hyena, bro. Oh my God. Yahweh Ratazada was edifying. Till next time. Shalom.